They say the human body begins its inexorable decline after 30. That peak performance in elite sport is a fleeting, precious commodity, gone before many careers even truly blossom. But what if one man, a living legend, simply laughed in the face of biological inevitability? What if, in an age where athletic careers are measured in fleeting moments of brilliance, this singular force not only sustained but escalated his dominance, defying every single law of physical entropy, becoming the most shocking, exhilarating, and frankly, unnerving anomaly the sporting world has ever witnessed? Imagine this. In an era where most champions are winding down, contemplating retirement, or struggling against the relentless march of time, Roger Federer, a man well into his 30s, not just competed, but surged back to seize multiple Grand Slams, including 2 Australian Opens and a Wimbledon title, after observers had all but written his championship chapter closed. This wasn't just a comeback. It was a brazen, almost supernatural act of rebellion against the very concept of aging, a defiance so profound it shattered all preconceived notions of athletic limits and left the entire globe gasping in collective astonishment. His later career wasn't merely a continuation. It was a second, even more impossible act, a breathtaking magic trick where the magician actually made time disappear, leaving rivals bewildered and fans in a state of euphoric disbelief, wondering if they were witnessing not just a tennis player, but a timeless phenomenon. The very fabric of elite competition seemed to ripple under the sheer force of his will. His presence on court not just a challenge to opponents, but a direct affront to Father Time himself. He didn't just win. He resurrected, re-engineered, and redefined what was possible for a human being wielding a tennis racket, cementing a legend that refused to simply fade into history. He had returned from the brink, not as a shadow of his former self, but as an even more refined, more dangerous, more unbelievable version of the GOAT, a spectacle that truly belonged in the realm of myth, not modern sport. But how did he achieve such an audacious, time-bending feat? The answer lies in a combination of relentless dedication, unparalleled talent, and an almost mystical understanding of the game that allowed him to evolve even as others stagnated. Even before his seismic late-career Grand Slam surge, Federer was already performing at a level that most athletes only dream of reaching, even in their absolute prime. The early part of the decade saw him continuing to add prestigious titles to an already overflowing trophy cabinet, snatching the 2012 Wimbledon crown with a dazzling display of grass-court mastery, proving that his earlier triumphs were no fluke, but merely a precursor to sustained greatness. His movement, famously described as balletic, remained fluid and devastatingly effective, allowing him to glide across the court with an apparent effortlessness that belied the immense power and precision he generated. Spectators would often find themselves mesmerized, watching him move as if gravity itself had decided to offer him a special exemption. He covered every inch of the court with a grace that few have ever replicated, let alone surpassed, turning defensive scrambles into offensive opportunities with a flick of his wrist or a perfectly placed drop shot. His forehand, a weapon of legend, continued to carve angles and generate pace with surgical precision, leaving opponents sprawling or simply frozen in place, utterly helpless. Every shot, every rally, every point was a masterclass in controlled aggression, a symphony of power and finesse played out on the grandest stages. He wasn't just hitting a ball. He was conducting an orchestra of athletic prowess, each stroke a note in a composition of pure genius. His serve, a silent assassin, delivered aces and unreturnable serves with frightening consistency, often at crucial moments, turning the tide of entire matches in an instant. This consistent elite performance wasn't a sudden burst. It was a sustained, high-octane operation, a testament to his meticulous preparation, his unwavering mental fortitude, and his sheer, unadulterated love for the sport. He was a machine, yes, but a machine built with artistry and soul, captivating audiences with a style that was both devastatingly effective and breathtakingly beautiful to behold. His ability to maintain this stratospheric level of play, year after year, opponent after opponent, was nothing short of miraculous, setting him apart as a truly unique figure in the annals of sport. But Federer's influence transcended the boundaries of the tennis court, reaching into the very heart of global consciousness, cementing his place not just as a player, but as a true cultural phenomenon. His global impact was staggering, turning casual sports fans into fervent followers and elevating tennis itself to unprecedented heights of popularity. He was, and remains, a universally recognized figure, admired in every corner of the world, from bustling metropolises to remote villages. His face instantly recognizable, his name synonymous with excellence and class. His popularity wasn't merely a fleeting celebrity. It was a deep, abiding connection forged with millions through years of consistent brilliance and an unimpeachable character. He became a beacon of inspiration, a symbol of what dedication and grace could achieve, regardless of background or nationality. The sheer magnitude of his fan base was unmatched, creating an atmosphere at every tournament that felt less like a sporting event and more like a global pilgrimage. The longevity he displayed was, without hyperbole, truly historic, a defiant stand against the conventional wisdom of professional athletics. He competed at the highest level for over 2 decades, outlasting generations of rivals, adapting his game, his training, and his mindset to stay ahead of the curve, even as younger, hungrier talent emerged. While others succumbed to injuries, burnout, or the natural decline that afflicts all athletes, Federer seemed to possess a secret elixir of eternal youth, meticulously managing his body and his schedule to preserve his prime well into an age when most are comfortably retired. This wasn't just about winning. It was about enduring, about proving that with the right combination of skill, strategy, and self-care, the limits of human performance could be dramatically pushed back. His sustained success defied logic, painting him as a true anomaly, a singular force whose career trajectory bent every known rule of athletic aging. He didn't just play. He persisted, turning every new year into another opportunity to shatter records and redefine expectations, proving that true greatness isn't about a single peak, but about an extended reign at the absolute pinnacle, leaving an indelible mark on the sporting landscape for generations to come. Yet, beyond the countless trophies and the breathtaking statistics, it was Federer's unwavering sportsmanship that truly distinguished him, carving his legacy not just as a champion, but as a gentleman who elevated the very spirit of competition. He carried himself with an unparalleled dignity on and off the court, a quiet strength that commanded respect without ever needing to shout. Even in the most intense, high-stakes battles, his composure rarely wavered, his respect for opponents always evident, setting a gold standard for conduct that other athletes could only aspire to emulate. This wasn't just good manners. It was a profound philosophy, an understanding that true greatness isn't just about winning, but about how you play the game, how you treat others, and the example you set for the world. His very presence seemed to elevate the atmosphere of any tournament, making it feel more refined, more significant. This impeccable demeanor, combined with his superhuman talents, cultivated an unmatched popularity that extended far beyond the tennis faithful, turning him into a universally beloved figure. He was the kind of athlete grandmothers adored and children idolized, a rare blend of ruthless competitor and humble ambassador. Here's where it gets truly fascinating. His influence wasn't just on the tennis court, it was a cultural force. Despite tennis being his primary domain, Federer famously influenced global fashion trends with his sartorial choices, frequently seen collaborating with high-end brands, making tennis-inspired aesthetics mainstream even outside the sport's traditional circles. This wasn't just endorsements. It was a genuine reflection of his personal brand impacting broader culture. Furthermore, his physical resilience was almost mythical. Federer's ability to bounce back from significant injury layoffs with immediate, Grand Slam-winning success baffled sports scientists and doctors alike, seeming to defy the typical recovery timelines expected for athletes of his age and intensity. He would return stronger, sharper, seemingly untouched by the very setbacks that would end lesser careers. And then there was his unique connection with his fans. The RF logo, initially a personal emblem, grew into such a powerful, independent global brand that its ownership transition from Nike to Uniqlo became a major international news story, demonstrating a fan loyalty rarely seen for an individual athlete. This wasn't just a logo. It was a symbol recognized and cherished by millions worldwide, proving his personal brand was a phenomenon unto itself. These elements, his unparalleled skill, his incredible longevity, his pristine sportsmanship, and his profound global reach, didn't just make him a tennis star. They cemented his status as a true icon, a global ambassador whose influence transcended the sport entirely. He became synonymous with excellence, grace, and an unwavering commitment to his craft, transforming him into a legend whose story will be told for centuries, a testament to human potential pushed to its absolute, astounding limit. He wasn't just a player. He was an institution, a symbol of everything aspirational in human endeavor. So, when we look back at the incredible tapestry of Roger Federer's career, particularly those astonishing later years, we are not merely observing a sportsman. We are witnessing an epic-defining phenomenon, a force of nature draped in a tennis kit. He didn't just win. He carved out a new paradigm of athletic achievement, proving that the boundaries we set for ourselves are often just illusions waiting to be shattered by sheer will, unparalleled skill, and an unwavering spirit. His very presence on the court was a masterclass in elegance, a ballet of raw power and delicate touch, captivating audiences who understood they were watching something truly special, something that defied easy categorization. He embodied the pinnacle of human endeavor, showing that true greatness is a continuous journey of evolution, adaptation, and relentless pursuit of perfection, even when the odds and time itself seem stacked against you. His narrative wasn't just about tennis balls flying over a net. It was a saga of defiance, a grand testament to the human spirit's capacity to transcend perceived limitations. Every match he played in those later years wasn't just a competition. It was a performance, a breathtaking display of artistry and athleticism that left an indelible mark on everyone fortunate enough to witness it. He didn't just capture titles. He captured hearts, minds, and imaginations, becoming a lodestar for aspiring athletes and a source of wonder for millions around the globe. His legacy is not confined to record books or highlight reels. It lives in the memory of every person who ever saw him float across a court, in the inspiration he ignited in countless individuals, and in the enduring belief that with enough dedication, even the impossible can be made real. He wasn't just a player. He was a living, breathing testament to the extraordinary, a legend who bent the very fabric of sporting reality to his will, a phenomenon that truly makes one wonder. How did one man laugh in the face of biological inevitability?